everybody. Welcome to Shift Happens, week number 365er. All right, so the dudes are off camera. Say hi, dudes.
Hi, dudes.
Hi, guys.
The reason they can't be on camera because Claggett, how many cookies did you eat?
9.
You ate 9 cookies?
Yes.
Bring the tray here, man. We gotta put the tray in front of the picture. Go get the tray. You literally ate 9 cookies?
Probably got another one on my name, yeah.
What's your, what breaks down sugar right now? What's that thing called?
What's what?
What organ's breaking down sugar right now?
All of them.
All right, this tray was like full 15 minutes ago. Hi, Trey. Can you see it in their price?
You can see it.
Hi, Trey. Eat meat, Matt Claggett. You ate 9 cookies. You going on 10? Go and grab another one. Dr. Frank Core, how many did you have?
This is number 5.
All right, and pricing?
I had 3. One was a double decker because one was stuck to the other, so I had to eat it.
So they're off camera because they're laying behind the camera, laying down, not because they're like sugar crashing. So anyway, so listen, we talked about this last week, having these 2 characters on here, and we got a plan. If we go a little longer, we'll just stretch it into the next week.
Okay.
But you know, in most of our shifts are how do I
Off the
describe it?
cuff,
Off the
not
cuff.
planned, go with the flow.
Yeah, they're just
We end up going somewhere, we just don't know when we
where
start
we're gonna go. And this is kind of that one, but most of our shifts have a little bit of humor in them. And there's no humor here. I'm joined by Sarah and Savannah Banana, who I met in January
Yes.
of the year of 2017. It's now July of 2017 yet, haven't got to August yet. And it's been kind of a, I don't want to use the word fun, but I'm going to say fun, Savannah, but it's been a fun journey for me to see the progress you've made. And I want you to understand, it's by means do I think, oh, this has been fun, what you've had to suffer. But it's been one of the highlights in my 30 years of a chiropractor to see you get better. When your mama posted something on my Facebook page 2 weeks ago, and you can ask these guys, I couldn't get through it without shed a tear. As a matter of fact, I think I read it again the other night with these guys, the one line in there. I get choked up when I read that. So what I mean by fun is to see you become the little girl you deserve to be. And so, but we met in January. You were sent here. Actually, I don't know if you know this, but Dr. McKillican had reached out to me before you called. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
And he probably reached out to me a month or longer. And I've never told you this, but I'm admitting it on camera, so now it's evidence, that I actually forgot something, which never happens that I admit it on camera.
Mm-hmm.
I forget all the time, I just don't always admit it, right guys?
True.
Say that again with the cookie in your mouth?
True.
But when Dr. McKillican reached out to me and told me your story, and I was like, oh, I'm game on, bring him to me. And then when you called in January, and the girls gave me the message, our front desk staff gave us a message, and I was like, yes! But I had that moment of like, oh, because it'd been a month and a half.
Sure.
And I don't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning. So for me to go back a month and a half is always kind of a challenge. So anyway, so it's all yours.
All right.
And you can go as long as you want, because we'll cut this, piece it, and who knows when I interrupt.
Okay.
So, Baldrick,
Okay.
so.
Okay, so this is my daughter. 35 months ago, she had a Gardasil vaccine when she was given her 7th grade vaccines. And she was perfectly healthy. She ran track. She's always been an honor roll student in school. Never had any health concerns, complications at all prior. She got her 7th grade shots, and I had said that I didn't want her to get the flu shot or the Gardasil. I only wanted the state required vaccines.
Okay, so this is me interrupting you.
Sure.
Why? Why did you go, I don't want those 2 shots? And the reason I ask that, because there's parents out there, we have a future new young mom who's their child's not born yet. Tyler said it's gonna be born on August 14th. I say it's gonna be born on August 9th.
Or 11th.
What's that?
Or 11th.
The 11th they took off the calendar, which is weird this year. I don't know why. Something to do with some Chinese
That's my
holiday.
birthday.
Yeah. Well, they put it back on for you, but the boys, the boys, they took it off, which is weird. So, but it's, anyway. But I told Tyler, you need to watch next week's shift, which would be this shift right here.
Okay.
So why the Gardasil and why the flu shot? What made you go, no, not on those?
Because I had heard of so many negative reactions to so many vaccines, but especially to the flu shot and to the Gardasil vaccine. Both in the news, through coworkers, through friends, through my own family. One of my younger brothers almost died from a vaccine that he received at 18 months. He screamed and cried for 9 days straight. He had a fever of 105 degrees, and it wasn't until about 5 years later that we realized that he was on the verge of becoming a SIDS baby.
Wow.
And so I didn't know that with the 7th grade vaccines that I could actually opt out and say, you know what, I need an exemption for her. I knew that I could say no to the flu vaccine and the Gardasil vaccine, but I was worried about the other ones. And I didn't know too much then. I didn't do my homework like I wish I would have.
You kind of warp my brain sometimes in the rooms and you tell me stuff. I'm like, I have to dig back into my cranium and pull stuff out because you got some knowledge.
I'm trying, and that's
You do more than
and
try
that's-
because I got to dig clear back here and pull files out. And these guys know what I'm talking about, right? That's like in this filing cabinet back here. And she's just like, but I'm sitting there going, yes. So you do more than trying, Mom.
Well, and it's just one of those things where it's always going to be a work in progress. I'm never going to know it all, but darn it, as parents, we have to. We have to advocate for our kids.
Did you guys hear that? You have to advocate for your kids. You as the parent.
And sadly, it shouldn't be that way because a lot of people follow herd mentality. You can see 10,000 people, and if most people go over here and some people go over here because they see impending danger, most people are going to go with where the masses go. And that's not always necessarily the best way or the most accurate way of doing things, but I learned that the hard way.
Did you ever see the movie War of the Worlds?
Yes.
Okay, with a clip in there, I might have to set the clip in, where the new one with Tom Cruise,
Okay.
where the creatures come out of the earth and everybody's running down the street like sheep. And
Right.
got word, it's the cookies, I need one more. And they're shooting on good, dude. And they're shooting the laser beams at them, and they're all like disintegrating.
Yep.
They're running in a gigantic herd, and if you run in a gigantic herd,
It's a huge target.
there you go.
Yep.
So anyway, keep
Yep.
going. I do this, I interrupt.
No, you're
So-
so do I. So, so anyway, so she had the state required vaccines, which were Tdap, meningococcal, Hep A, and then they accidentally gave her the Gardasil, even though I told them I didn't want her to get this vaccine. I knew so many people that had adverse reactions.
What'd you say, accidentally? Just a second, you said accidental?
They accidentally gave her the
Okay,
vaccine
I need
after I
to
said no.
I need the off-camera reply to that. Accidental? What was that, Bryce? Dr. Claggett? And Dr. Franco. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're at 9? Okay. So what we're gonna do is, now you guys gotta come back next week and watch the rest of the story.